Tonight on CTV News, we have the full report of the shooting off of Taft Hill Road and Plum Street, as well as the new program, Blanket Fort Collins.
Then, later, we step into the new Pompeii exhibit on campus and a gallery that stresses the priority of fire safety. All this and more on CTV News, starting now.
Good evening, CSU. I'm your news anchor, Kira Coles.
And I'm anchor Sydney Paul. Let's get started. On Monday night, a 23-year-old male heard an unfamiliar knock at his door. When he went to answer, 3 unknown males broke down his door in an attempt to forcibly enter his home. During this time, the suspects fired weapons, striking the homeowner, and then fled the scene. The victim has since been released from the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The suspects did not steal anything or harm any other residents. Authorities said a white vehicle, which was possibly a Nissan or Kia, with plastic silver chrome-style rims, may have been associated with the crime. All the suspects were described as approximately 5 foot 10 inches tall. One was described as chubbier in build with a fade haircut, wearing a white shirt. The second was wearing dark clothing and a gray cap. The third man was also wearing dark clothing and either a black hoodie or Nike cap with a red swoosh. Police are still trying to identify the suspects and need the community's help. Anyone with information is encouraged to contact Detective Jason Shutters at 970-416-2177.
Late Sunday night, a shooting broke out in the Wake Robin area of Fort Collins when 26-year-old Janie Cardenas and 29-year-old Donnie Ray Pulliam Jr. were involved in a physical dispute with a man who was later found deceased. The dispute, according to the Fort Collins police, is ultimately the direct result of the man's death. Cardenas and Pulliam Jr. have been arrested and booked into the Larimer County Jail on charges of first-degree murder and aggravated robbery. The Larimer County coroner will determine the victim's cause of death and release his identity once the family is notified. There is no indication of an ongoing risk to the public. However, anyone who has any information regarding this incident should contact Fort Collins Police at 970-491-FCPD.
Morgan Library's exhibit on firefighting pioneer and former CSU professor Paul Gleason is in its final days of exhibition. Gleason made significant contributions to fire safety training, and he's credited with establishing the LCES concept to fight fires. LCES stands for Lookouts, Communications, Escape Routes, and Safety Zones. The collection of the late professor's photographs, papers, and other belongings is on display in the library's archives and special collections room for anyone to visit and learn about Gleason's life.
It's an opportunity to learn about things that you might not have known about before, including an interesting person who is significant within CSU, who did a lot of interesting things that you might not be aware of.
The free exhibit will run through the end of the week, and it is open to the public between 8:30 in the morning until 4:30 in the afternoon.
Colorado is experiencing an unusually warmer winter this year, a continuation of what we have seen in previous years. According to the National Weather Service, almost all of Colorado had temperatures above average in the year 2017. The warmer climate has left a thin sheet of snow coverage on the ground for the majority of winter, making it hard to enjoy traditional Colorado winter activities such as skiing. Students around campus have taken notice to the lack of snowfall.
I definitely notice on campus it's not as cold, and when it does snow it melts quickly, so it never sticks really.
CTV field reporter Christina Lang hung out with the Half Crown creative at the Bean Cycle this weekend. She learned about an interesting new program developing in the city that aims to provide blankets for the Fort Collins rescue mission. Let's take a look.
Half Crown Creative is a community art space that aims to provide a place for artists of all levels and all kind of disciplines to come learn from each other and kind of communicate and grow as a group. So for Blanket Fort Collins to bring this awesome blanket fort to you guys, we teamed up with the Fort Collins Rescue Mission, which is a mission in Fort Collins serving adults in homelessness or transitioning out of. And so we are taking blanket donations, gently used, clean, preferably, sheets and blankets. We're taking those donations at the Bean Cycle in a bin up by the front door up until February 1st. And after that, we are going to wash everything and bring it over to the rescue mission. During the event, we also have a box out that we're going to accept donations for staple amenities that we have really simple access to. So like shampoo, razors, socks, like thermal, like clothing, things like that. And all of it's going to go right over to the mission to hopefully help some people out. We are taking blanket donations up till the 1st of February, and then Blanket Fort Collins will take place February 2nd through February 4th from noon to 6 at Bean Cycle Roasters up in the loft at 144 North College Avenue. So yeah, stop by, bring in any blankets you're not using, and come have some fun.
For more information, you can visit collegian.com.
CSU students, along with the rest of the nation, experienced a total solar eclipse back in August, and now a super blue blood moon can be seen tomorrow morning. This particular blood moon has not happened in more than 150 years. Beginning at about 3:50 a.m., this astronomical phenomenon includes a supermoon, blue moon, and total lunar eclipse all happening at once. One way you can view this supermoon is with a telescope. The Little Shop for Physics will be hosting a total lunar eclipse party tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. on the Laurie Student Center West Lawn for students who are interested.
The Gregory Alakar Museum at the University Center for the Arts is introducing a new exhibit this week called the Pompeii Archive. The exhibit features work from photographer and CSU alum William Wiley that explores Pompeii in new and evocative ways. Wiley's photographs provide interesting historical insight into the ancient tragedy of Pompeii for all who visit the gallery.
So the idea is that you can use the museum to just really integrate it with your curriculum as a professor and as a student. On the other side, this is a free space that you can just, you walk out of campus, you come here on your lunch break, and you just enjoy a little bit of calm.
Wiley will be on campus to speak about his work on Thursday, February 8th at 5 p.m. in the Griffin Foundation Gallery.
Yesterday, Gabe Wing, Herman Miller's Director of Environmental Health, gave a presentation at Rockwell Hall regarding environmental advocacy. Herman Miller is a 100-year-old plus manufacturing company that emphasizes the importance of environmental well-being. Wing joined the company in 2001 and has since made several contributions, including the integration of sustainable design principles into the company's designs. During the presentation, Wing highlighted his company's sustainability actions and made note of how little changes can keep the planet alive and well.
We reduced our landfill 92%. We reduced our water reduction 43%. We've increased the number of products that are sustainable the way that we define them by 75%. And we've dropped our energy intensity. That's pretty good, but this is all about being less bad. So I'd say we put the brakes on, head the wrong direction.
We hope you have a safe Tuesday night, Rams, and don't go anywhere just yet.
Because we have your full Fort Collins weather report, and later our sports anchor Tara Barrio has an exclusive interview that you won't want to miss.